Now, if you've watched this show at all, you know I feel like there's a name we mention every single week. Abram Smith joining us now, man. First and foremost, congratulations on your season. We love watching you run, but y'all run better than anybody. Why?
It's the guys up front. Everybody on our side of the ball is really aggressive, especially those guys up front. And so, you know, when that train gets moving, it's kind of hard to stop. And you got two running quarterbacks, and you got myself. So, you know, you got to pick your poison and roll with it.
So, Abram, you were the first overall pick in the XFL draft. And now having gone through an entire season, did you feel that there was any pressure at the beginning of the year to perform at a high level? And how do you feel like you've played up to your standards?
There's a lot of pressure going into the season, you know, being the first overall pick. There's pressure on myself, you know, a little expectations from my coaches, and then just goals that I wanted to achieve just for me alone. So I feel like I handled everything pretty smoothly, leading rusher. So, you know, they say no pressure, no diamonds, and here we are.
I think one of the craziest things about the XFL, though, is that so many guys from different backgrounds have to come together quickly, right? And you mentioned the guys up front, but also the running scheme for you guys. How hard was it for you guys to gel together with a limited amount of practice time?
I think we just all got on the same page. Training camp was a little struggle at first, but once we cut down to the 51, we kind of just went in and started rolling with it. And then, of course, over time, after a couple weeks, I mean, you kind of see the end results of that.
So now that you've seen some results on what you've done, what do you think it is that you've really shown NFL coaches? Because to those that don't know, you were in camp with the Saints, and now that you're here trying to prove something to get back in the league, what do you think you've proved to them the most?
That I can actually get it done. I can get a job done. I got pass pro. You can see me catching out the backfield, and then, of course, my hard-nosed runs. I mean, it's a three-down back mentality right there, and I think any team would love to have me.
I know one of the themes that we're going to talk a lot about in this championship episode is opportunity that comes for XFL players. How much has it meant just to be able to get more tape to show NFL teams what you're capable of?
Yeah, I'm just blessed to be here. I mean, that's it right there. That's it's a stepping stone to get back to where I feel like I belong, and it's for a lot of guys out there that were playing in this league. It feels like it's a stepping stone for them to get back to where they belong as well. And I mean, you see it now. You can see the post on Instagram. There's a lot of guys getting invited to mini camps.
Yeah.
And I know there's going to be a lot of guys coming from my team, coming from Arlington, that that's going to get invited to OTAs or signed to somebody. So big stepping stone, and I think everybody's just blessed.
And we're going to call that a tease because we might show you some of that later. I'll also ask this, like, we love the beer snake, but here's what I don't get, man. Like, you go to the game, you're holding the beer snake, it's somebody else's hot, stinky beer. Like, then you got to hold it the whole game. Like, I'm just thinking it would be cool for the first 5 minutes, but then after a while, I'd be like, hold your own damn cup. Like, from the players' sidelines, how do you guys, respond to that crowd?
Man, it's a bunch of wild dogs up there. I mean, if you look at them go, man. They love it. We love it. Looking down there, I look up at, I'm like, and that fires me up. It gets me going. And there's times like I scored on the other side, but I always wanted to contribute to the beer snake. So, maybe another time I might get the opportunity, but I know everybody down below loves it.
And one thing that we love is your style of running. It is so aggressive. You look for contact. And before we even went on air, you told us about kind of the origin of where that came from. Can you share that with our viewers as well?
Yeah, when I started Pop Warner for the first time, I actually ended up hating football because I got hit so hard in this drill called Bloody Alley. I remember I was crying one time. I went to my mom. She told me to put some dirt on it and get back out there. And then my dad, who was the coach at the time, he took me out on a Sunday. And it was like me and a bunch of older cousins, and we kind of just went at it. And after that, I was like, this is, I kind of like doing this. I kind of like running through people and putting people on the ground. So, eventually, that's why I run the way I run, is because, eventually people are going to get tired of that. And not everybody wants to do that. But me, I love doing it. So I'll never get tired.
Makes me think of the video of Marshawn Lynch where he was like, people are going to hate it when you just keep running through them over and over and over. About. You know what I'm talking about?
I'm telling you, though, that's like
that's my favorite videos because I can relate to it.
I feel like that's why we've been playing highlights of you from week one. You run, and I mean this in such the right way, you run violently, and it is amazing to watch you do what you do. I cannot wait to see what you do in the NFL because it feels like that's where you'll be before we know it. Good luck in the game, man. We appreciate your time. Thanks so much for hanging out with us. Congrats on a great season.
Yeah, I appreciate y'all. Thank y'all for having me, man.
No problem.